cannot guarantee the safety of his people, then the IJ should resign. If you have a Minister of Education that cannot reduce the rate, the number of out-of-school children, then he should not have a job the next day.
Yes.
If you have a Minister of Labour who under his watch was saying the highest number of unemployment and people cannot earn a living wage, he should resign.
Yes.
If you have a government where people cannot access their farm and every day they are being butchered of their farms, and they have somebody who calls himself a Minister of Interior and a Minister of Defense, they shouldn't have a job the next day.
Absolutely.
The earlier we start saying no to underperformance, then we start turning a turn for a better country.
Yes.
It is quite ridiculous that the Tinubu's administration, with double-digit galloping inflation, with exchange rates jumping on a daily, is yet to meet its OPEC quota of oil production because it continues to play partnership with criminals in the Niger Delta.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we will come back again and they tell us, believe in renewed hope. What do you call renewed hope? What has APC renewed since they came on? We want some change, and this change is no longer changing. Since the APC government came in 2015, all we have seen is a deterioration of our economy, a skyrocketing level of corruption, corruption in daylight, corruption where even suddenly we now have the office of the first son and the first daughter of the president. Whereas the innocent people of Nigeria continue to suffer in abject poverty. Yet the president wants to buy a presidential yacht and also buy the presidential jet. How long can we continue to endure all of this? And yet they say we are not patient enough. It is high time to say end bad governance in all its forms. And to start with, there must be a responsible government. A government that finds it difficult to speak to the people that they govern. A government that believes in stifling freedom of speech. A government that every single day continues to enact laws that are oppressive. How long can Nigerians hold on and continue to do this? So I call on every Nigerian, anywhere you are, join on this demand to end bad governance. But when people ask, why are you also protesting abroad? The fact is, when the people loot away all our resources, these resources end up on the very luxury areas of countries like UK. Buying luxury properties, putting their children in expensive private schools. Yes, so many children in Nigeria today are hungry, not sure of their next meal, and they are out of school. Malnourishment is increasing on a daily as we speak. Access to healthcare is one of the worst in the global south. So it is important that we say end bad governance.
End bad governance.
If we don't end bad governance will end us as Nigerian citizens. End bad governance.
End bad governance. End bad governance. End bad governance.
Nigerians are saying
end bad governance.
Nigerians are saying increase the number of out-of-school children.
Yes.
Nigerians are saying incompetent leaders should go home.
Yes.
Nigerians are saying incompetent executives should go home.
Yes.
Nigerians are saying incompetent legislators should be called back.
Yes.
Most importantly, employment. The INEC chairman who oversaw one of the most crooked elections and made so much money on his table shouldn't have a job as we speak today.
Yes.
So we must get to a point where there are consequences for bad performance.
Yes.
Just yesterday, one of our so-loved athletes, Ophelia, who is supposed to be competing in the 100-meter, 200 meters, and 400-meter relay race, was not registered. And this is somebody who has worked so hard to qualify for the Olympics. Are we going to see penalties for this? Are we going to see somebody take the fall for this? We will see people putting their resignation letters for such gross misconduct and failures. How long are we going to continue like this? We must end bad governance, or bad governance will end us as a people.
Absolutely.
We must improve our healthcare system, else someday these problems will come on us.
Yes.
Sometimes some people decide to feel like you are in glass houses and you do not care what is happening to the common man. The truth is, if the common man is not safe, you are not safe.
True.
Because the insecurity will get to you one day. The stray bullets that are killing the people, somewhere in Benue State, Taraba State, and all those places in their farms, will one day come in to find you in your homes as leaders of Nigeria. So we must end bad governance. We must improve security.
Absolutely.
We must improve education.
Absolutely.
We must improve employment.
Absolutely.
We must make sure that our children have futures. We
Yes.
cannot continue to borrow away the future of our country.
Yes.
We can't continue to encourage people who have offered nothing to be welcomed and given new offices. The lady who stole our palliatives during the COVID era took this to celebrate her birthday, has suddenly been given a bigger position over the trust fund. We cannot continue like this.
That's a shame. That's a big one. Yeah.
We've never seen nepotism as it is today. Nepotism in all sectors. We've never seen bigotry as it is today in our country. Tribalism. We say no to all of this. And that is why we're all gathering and raising our voice. Every Nigerian has a right to free speech, free association, free gathering. And sometimes it is being said, oh, the people who are protesting are trying to change the government. The reality is, yes, if the government cannot perform, the government should go.
Yes.
Why we are demanding that the government should sit up and perform its duties, if the government cannot deliver on the promises to the people, the government should go, because you have no business. It is not a showmanship office. We are not there for you to show us the stylish agbada dresses you wear every day. What we want to see is good indices, improvement in our healthcare system, improvement in our education system, improvement in the security architecture, improvement in employment ratios.
Yes.
This is what we want to see in our country. And
Yes.
if as a government you cannot deliver this, then you should go home. I'll leave it at this point for other people to speak.
They're busy getting loans from the World Bank. We hear about the loans, but we do not see any of the projects. Every policy since Tinubu came to power last May has been against the people. Electricity tariffs have gone up, but they have no electricity. The banks take whatever meager sum they have in charges, but then the government takes 50%. Nigeria is an oil-rich nation. It's a member of OPEC. Yet, whilst the oil is being found and pumped, but at the pump, the common Nigerian man can't afford to fill their cars or their generators. Businesses are closing down. Foreign investors are leaving. Employment is the highest, unemployment is the highest it's been since records began. Inflation, they tell us it's 4%, but truth be told, it's much higher than that. Food inflation is killing the people. A tuber of yam is going for 10,000 naira. Recently, the government hastily increased the minimum wage to 70,000 naira. A bag of rice is much more expensive than that. A family of four cannot survive. What they need is a living wage. But we have a government that doesn't care. They don't care how common man suffers. The market women, the artisans, the civil servants, even the middle class are feeling the pinch. So much so that the sound from Nigeria is that we are hungry. Nigerians are hungry. Many go to bed without food. Some go days without food. Those who are fairly better off go to bed with one meal. One meal. Not a nutritional meal, but just something. They're eating grass. They're eating banana leaves. They're eating anything. In fact, they're fighting with livestock to eat grass. People are at that point where they are hopeless. They've lost hope because they know that this government does not care. This government is determined to enrich themselves. Nigeria has become one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Government officials are living large, and the common man is hungry.
He's dying.
They are dying of hunger. It's time for us to speak up, but even that, the government doesn't want to happen. They're killing people, yes, they want us to keep quiet. But we're saying today that it's their fundamental human right to peaceful protest, and it's not in any way infringed upon by any government. Nigeria is supposedly a democracy, but truth be told, all we're seeing is autocratic practices. The rule of law is violent. They don't care. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the children who are out of school. They don't care about the children who are homeless. They don't care whether we eat or not. They don't care. The Tinubu government is the most insensitive government we have ever had in Nigeria. The corruption is being played out in plain sight. They don't care. They go to the point of diverting funds that could have made life easier for the common man. Only the other day, Interpol said there was an outflow of dollars from Nigeria. Guess what is happening? Government officials are fleeing because they're scared of this protest. So they're taking the money they've stolen out of the country. But why am I speaking here in the UK? Because that is where they bring their money to. They come and launder money they have stolen from the people of Nigeria here in the UK. And the UK government turns a blind eye. It doesn't matter, 200 million people are dying of hunger and insecurity. It doesn't matter to them because the privileged few are coming to pay for their universities there in the UK. The privileged few are buying luxury houses. Yesterday I saw a disturbing video of a young child whose family were murdered in front of him. He was the only one left. But there's radio silence from the government. They don't care. The 200 people that were killed over Christmas, up to today, they've not said a single word. People are tired. They are hungry. And enough is enough.